The study of humans by humans could not be more fundamental to a person's well-being and the understanding of the world. Taking on a worldview of a character helps the actor to make a personal connection and to realize that the character is not so different from himself. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about how scene study and character acting is self-reflection work and why it matters. I'm going to say a word or two about the study of humans by humans achieving truthful behavior, a real emotional response to an imaginary stimulus. Scene study is the cornerstone in the building blocks of acting training. Actors develop a more profound appreciation for the intricacies of storytelling, which seeks to show the individual lives of people creating life on stage, happening in a moment-to-moment reality. The renowned Konstantin Stanislavski was among the most influential theater practitioners of his generation. He was widely known for his systemic approach to training actors. His system established what he called the art of experiencing and is based on the sequence of dramatic circumstances at any given time. In search of inner motives to justify what the character aims to achieve, the actor improvises a task or an action, which is the overall objective of the character's life. Stanislavski considered action to be the sole basis of acting. The magic if is what Stanislavski called empathy created in the actor. The magic if tool is used to imagine a character in given situations. If the situation were real, what would you do? According to Stanislavski, for actors, what if is the lever that lifts us out of the world of reality into the world where we, the actor, can be creative. The actor substitutes their own experiences and background to those of the character, making believe, remembering how you felt, taking notice of how you behaved in any situation. Bill Gelber explains in Making a Scene, Creating a Scene Study for class for actors, the study of humans by humans could not be more fundamental to a person's well-being and the understanding of the world. Taking on a worldview of a character helps the actor to make a personal connection and to realize that the character is not so different from himself. Gelber goes on to say, the study of acting leads to a deeper understanding of the human condition and of the self, portraying sympathy and empathy for human beings, better communication skills, socialization, teamwork, collaboration. These are attainable ends through scene study and the magic if. In the Actor's Guide to Creating a Character, William Esper confirmed the most important reason for doing theater is to display empathy as a model of behavior in a contemporary society that was losing sight of its shared humanity. For example, through the marginalization of groups of people. He defined empathy as the ability to identify with what another person is feeling, that you literally feel what that other person feels. Here's a clip from the play, A Thirst for Freedom, written by C.G. Gardner, produced by my company, Livgara Theatre. We're in residence at the Silver Spring Black Box Theatre.
See, he was a white boy, and I knowed I couldn't hit him back. He know it too. So I grabbed that whip and we go flying down the track just like that. I mean, we pulling and tugging at each other. He pulling and tugging at each other. He trying to let loose weight. I say no. He pulling and chugging. He pulling and chugging with 8 minutes to go. I let loose that whip and we go flying across the finish line just like a book. Mr. Williams won a lot of money that day. He was real happy. I mean, he was freaking and he was shooting his gun off in the air. Fury, 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 fury.
Mirror neurons play a role in our ability to feel and understand the emotions of others. In his book, Embodied Acting, What Neuroscience Tells Us About Performance, Rick Kemp cites neurophysiologist Vittorio Galesi as saying a connection with others' feelings and actions already exist in the brain. The simulation theory based on neurons, specifically mirror neurons, which are neurons in an observer's brain that fire in a similar pattern when an action is observed as when that action is actually activated. The famed American actress Uta Hagen, theater maven and practitioner who co-authored the best-selling acting text Respect for Acting, said, "The expression, 'I want to lose myself in the role,' seemed confusing. She found it more stimulating to want to find yourself in the part." Hagen's basic object exercise is an acting technique that helps the actor become more aware of their everyday lives. It's also known as the 2 minutes of life. The exercise helps you to incorporate just small little actions of your everyday life into your performance. For example, who am I? What are the given circumstances? What do I want? What do I do to get what I want? At this point, I'd like to invite you to engage in a guided fantasy exercise. You're welcome to participate, or you can just listen and watch. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And when you breathe in, think, "I calm myself." And when you breathe out, you smile. Again, when you breathe in, you think, "I calm myself." And when you breathe out, you smile. Picture yourself walking through a forest filled with foliage. The greenery is lovely and picturesque. You continue walking on through the path, and then you come to a clearing filled with flowers. The view of the landscape is exquisite. You continue on, walking past the spread of blooms until you see a house in the distance. You make your way to the house and you go inside. And you see a few people milling around, having a party, talking with each other. You look across the room and you see yourself. You go over and engage in conversation with this person who seems to have been waiting for a friend. Chat for a bit, keeping in mind what it is you find so intriguing about this person. After a while, you bring the exchange to a close. You give yourself a hug, collect your thoughts, turn toward the door, and leave the party. You find your way past the clearing of the beautiful scenery, then you come to the forest where there is a walking path, and you return from your awesome journey of finding yourself. You can open your eyes now and think, when you breathe out, you smile. Feel free to experience the guided fantasy for a few minutes on your own during the day. It's a great exercise. Now, let's take a listen to Adib Muhammad speaking about his personal experience in the play Dry Bones, produced by Livgar Theatre.
My name is Adib Muhammad. I've had the pleasure previously to have produced this same work before, co-produced it with the writer. And when Wanda reached out to me to reprise my role, I looked at it as an incredible opportunity to retell a story in front of people that I know who have a similar experience. Because the richness of what you all saw tonight is the fact that somebody in the audience will feel something from this. Now, I'm gonna share something with you. when I started rehearsing for this play, I lost my son, my oldest son, 41, to violence in the street. He was a returning citizen. And as you say, when you drop seeds, some drop wherever, but sometimes people don't change immediately, right? But what happens is their story will help someone else, even if it doesn't help that particular person, right? So for me, it's many layers to the portrayal of this character, because a couple of the conversations during the animosity between my son and I had experienced that in real life. So it means something to me.
Gelber underscores this notion. The concentration is on living the life of a character based on experience. This comes from personal experience or the observation of others. The key is to think like a person, not like an actor. This allows the actor to focus on the concerns of a human being. Stanislavski encourages actors to see their work as part of a bigger mission, the creation of theater artwork that ennobles or lifts up the human spirit. It was a tenet of his work to love the art in ourselves, not ourselves in the art. Character study and actor self-study are one and the same. We're all the same characters. I mean, we have different personalities, different agendas, making different life choices. We create living on stage through a conversation, in-depth engagement with theatrical art, as well as an examination of self, while identifying and recreating human behavior. Actors seek to answer the question, what for? And this way, they can play their character's needs and purpose and discover the intentional action and nature of the character's actions. Scene study can be a fascinating way to learn the art of experiencing. Then again, as Stanislavski said, there is no system. There is only nature. And that is why it matters.